Good morning, beautiful people of the world. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning to you and you and you and you and you and you. How you guys doing this morning? Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you all are doing swell. It is Thursday. And oh my goodness, you guys. I want to cry, but I ain't gonna cry. But today is a very, very special day. Today is my mom's 80th birthday. Whew, God has been so good to my mama. He's been so good. It's special because my dad died at age 77. He did not make it to 80. And my mother and father had been married 49 years when my father passed. And my mother took my dad's death so hard. In fact, we all did, but this was her long life partner. You know, they had their ups and downs. They had their moments where they wasn't going to stay together. You know how it go. But they did. And they were married 49 long years. And they truly fulfilled the promise that they made to each other, which was to death do us part. But she took his death really hard. And I've seen my mother go through a lot of things in her life, a lot. But my mama is so strong, y'all. And I am so blessed to have a mother like my mama. My mother gave me the money, the $1,000 earnest money to put up for the house. She has been in my corner. She has helped me raise my son. She's a big vital part of my son's life and raising him. She's been there through sickness and up late at night with him, and you know, she has been more than her grandmother. She has been like the other mama, you know. I told her when I found out I was pregnant and she said that she wanted me to have the baby. I said, I always tell her, you the baby daddy. You the real baby daddy. So we had this running joke. And come on now, drive. And so I tease her all the time about that. But my mother is such an inspiration. She's just, you know, we have our moments, you know, like anybody else. And we've had our moments like anybody else. But she told me something a couple of weeks ago. She told me that I'm always there. I'm always present whenever she want to do something, whatever she needs. And she told me that I'm her best friend. Whew. And so today is really a special day. It's her 80th birthday. And I praise God and I thank God for her. And I just feel so incredibly blessed to still have my mother. And not just to have my mother, but to have a good mother. A mother who has taught me how to be a lady. She has taught me how to be a woman. She has taught me about character. She has taught me about being right and being wrong. She has corrected me even when I was grown. She never stopped being the mother that I needed, and she never stopped being who she was. She never, you know, my mama didn't play with you. That was just the bottom line. My mama did not play with you, you know. My mother was tough. She was rough, but she did it in love. It was in love, you know. And the way that my mom raised me is the way that I'm raising Christopher. And I know that it worked. My mother was raw. You know, she just would, my mother's a quiet person. She talk a lot like me. I definitely got the gift of gab from her. But she just did not hold back. You know, it was what it was. You know, I didn't always like what she said or how she said it, but in the end, what was said came to fruition. It was true, you know. But I just thank God for the type of woman that she is, and I honor her today on her 80th birthday. I honor her because we just don't sometimes get to see our parents. They need to fix that back there. We sometimes just don't get to see our parents make those type of milestone birthdays, such as 80 and 90 or even 100. You know what I mean? And so I honor her. I cherish her. I respect her. I love her. She gets on my nerve. She drives me crazy. But I cannot imagine life without her. And I know that one day, I won't have her. And that is very, that's hard for me to even imagine. Losing my father was one of the hardest things that had ever happened to me in my life. And I have had many losses. My grandparents, as you all know, which was my mother's parents, were brutally murdered when I was 16 years old. And that was, oh my God, that was beyond my comprehension of devastation. And my battle with depression started at 16. I had to go back and figure out when this battle of depression, when this demon of depression, because it is truly a demon, I had to really go back and figure out where it started. And it started then. So my mother's mother died or was killed when she was in her 60s. And I mean, when I think about how close I am to 60, she was like 64, 65. And at that time, I thought my grandmother was way older than that. And I didn't even realize until I got much older, that she was not as old as I thought she was. And, you know, in today's time, 65 is young. And she was 65 and she was murdered. And she didn't make it to 80, you know. So I'm grateful that my mother has made it to 80. And my mother is very healthy. Although she's type 2 diabetic, but she takes care of her health. She goes to the doctor. She does her colonoscopy. She does her mammograms, which I got to do both. And she, you know, she takes care of herself. You know, she takes care of herself. She eats healthy. She complains about aches and pains, as we all do, that we getting older, because I do. And but for the most part, she's good. You know, she's good. And I'm just so grateful for her. It's not your turn. It was not your turn. It wasn't your turn. Gone. Holding everybody up. Sitting here. You out here now. So I just thank God for her. And I'm just grateful for her. You know, that she know damn well that she was not supposed to come through that stop sign. And she gonna look back here like I got 4 horns on my head. Bitch, if you don't go on, But you know, you thank God for people that make these birthdays, because life is so it's so unpredictable. You know, we losing so many young people that aren't making it to 60 and 70 and 80 years old. You know what I'm saying? So you be glad when people do make these birthdays. She driving slow. Fuck you driving slow for? People are retarded as fuck. I can't stand these motherfuckers in this city. Now what is you doing? Is you gonna get over or what? But anyway, y'all. So I'm grateful, and I am blessed to have her as long as I have had her, because I know that a lot of my friends, and you know, they don't, you know, their moms haven't made it to 80. And so I thank God that my mother has made it to 80. You know what I'm saying? This she just pissed me off. I apologize. But this is the thing with people. Now I'm getting off the subject. They run stop signs, and then when you blow with them, they mad at you. What you mad at me for? You blew the stop sign. Now I know she saw me, and she know that it was not her fucking turn. She know that. But you would rather kill somebody because you don't want to stop at a stop sign. It's a stop sign. It takes how many minutes to stop at a stop sign? 3 minutes? 2 minutes? And I'm telling you, we have so many accidents in this city. We have so many accidents of people dying, people being killed over stupid shit. And this type of stupid shit, because she don't want to stop at a fucking stopping sign. She don't want to stop at a stop sign. People get on, I'm telling you, I was already at the stop sign. She didn't even stop. She just came right out. Now you can't see me because there's some construction right here. So I could have been flying through here and killed everybody in that car with her. You know, people are impatient. They don't want to wait. They don't want to wait. And then they end up doing something stupid. You know what I'm saying? And they kill somebody. Now she was mad because I went around her, because now she playing. She's slowing up, slowing down, and all of this old stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? Just dumb. Anyway. So anyway, we're gonna celebrate my mom this evening. We're gonna have a party at my mother's house. And we're going to have cake and ice cream and pizza and chicken wings and all of that stuff. And then Saturday, we're going to take her out to dinner or out to lunch. And so we're going to do that. So I need to go and get her a balloon, an 8 and a 0 for 80. And so I'm going to do that. And I'm going to get her 80 roses. I'm going to get her 80 roses. And, yeah. So that's my plan, to do that for her. So, so we just really excited about her birthday. We really, really are. So that's the first thing that I wanted to tell you all. And I was going to tell y'all something else. I am going to tell you. But this whole shit with this person distracted me. Just took me out of my whole damn mood. Just hate ignorant ass people. And I hate ignorant people, because being ignorant and doing stupid shit will get people killed. And you ain't got to do all of that. Just dumb. A lot of accidents really can be prevented. They really can be prevented if people just follow the rules of the road. punch in and I'll be back. Oh. How you doing? Good, I'm good. So, anyway. My foreman's. Oh, where's the seatbelt? So, what was I gonna say? I don't even remember what I was gonna say. So let me tell y'all about the house situation. Okay, so you all know that. So wait, let me just start. Let me just start from the beginning. So yesterday, I got a phone call. Excuse me, I got an email from the underwriter saying, "Hi, Sherelle, or Miss Cotton, or whatever she called me. I wanted to know if you know when closing is. Have you all set up a time for closing?" Now, when you set up, you all know this because you all bought houses. When you set, but for those of you that don't, when you set up a time for closing, that's between your attorney, the two attorneys. They set the time, and then they set the time up with the title company. Okay, so I wrote her back. I said, no. I said, I don't know. I said, I don't know when the time has been set. I said, but let me call my attorney and I'll call you back. I'll email you back. She said, okay, thank you. She said, oh, you're so on top of things. And I have been on top of things. And she was like, you're so on top of things. She was like, okay. She said, I'll wait to hear from you. So I called my attorney. And my attorney says, hey, Miss Cotton, I was going to give you a call. I was going to give you a call because we kind of got like a little problem. I said, okay, what problem is that? So he says that when the house was inspected, the inspector smelled a gas leak. Okay. And they didn't know where it was coming from. So he called people's gas out, and people's gas came out and said that there was no gas leak. And so they went in the house and said that people's gas went in, the gas company went in and said that it was coming from the hot water tank, that the hot water tank needed to be replaced. So, hold on a second. Okay. Good morning. Can I have a large decaf coffee with extra sugar, extra cream, and a what's this? A muffin, a coffee cake muffin.
Okay. Anything else?
And just some extra sugar packs on the side, please.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Hold on. Thank you.
Okay. So the gas company went in, and the gas company was like, the leak or the smell is coming from the hot water tank. Good morning. How are you? Good. I'm good. Okay. Hold on one second. I wasn't expecting you to be at the window so quickly. There you go. Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, hold on 1 second. Sorry. Okay, thank you. Okay, all right, thank you. Bye-bye. So, the, why is he standing right here? You out here this early in the morning standing. Interesting. So, they said we think it's a hot water heater, hot water tank or whatever. So the gas company said this needs to be replaced. So when I had talked to my attorney and we went bullet point by bullet point of things that we wanted repaired or replaced or fixed, that was a major thing. So they agreed to replace the hot water tank. So we were all good. So yesterday, my attorney calls me, well, when I called him, and he said, well, the problem that we have is that the hot water tank has not been installed. And I'm like, what? And the reason why I was saying that was because we had the inspection back in February. And I'm like, what the fuck did y'all wait till the you know, when the needle's about to hit the nail and the closing is about to start and y'all ain't did this. So I was fit to be tied. I said, huh? He said, yeah. He said the hot water heater has not been installed. And I do not want to close with the hot water heater not being installed. He said, because once you close and you sign those papers, that house is yours. Everything in it, anything to go wrong with it, whatever. He said, it's yours. He said, so I do not want to close until, you know, this has been taken care of. Now, here's the problem with us not closing tomorrow, the 22nd of March. My loan closes on the 25th, which is Monday. So the reason why the lender wanted to close on the 22nd, because they did not want to close on the same day that the that the loan actually closes. The loan closes after midnight, you know, or whatever. You know, we can't go into the next business day, which is March 26th, which is Tuesday. So I said, okay. I said, he said, so can you do Monday? Can we do it for Monday? And I said, well, I said, well, you know, my loan closes on Monday. I said, now, I don't know if I can close on that day or not. And at that time, I did not know. So, oh, I failed to mention to you all, yes, I got my hair done yesterday. If y'all wondering, yep, I'm back in the ponytail. Yep. Here we go. Back in the ponytail. Yeah. That frizzy shit, I couldn't take it. I tried to get my hair a break. It didn't work. I just said next time that I do get myself a break, I'm just going to wear my hair flat. Because I can't do it. Anyway, so he said, and the other problem is that he has not moved all of his stuff. They have not moved everything out of the house. So now I had talked to my realtor the day before, and I had been asking her for a while, and I guess she didn't remember to do it or whatever. I said, are they selling any of the items in the house? I'm willing to buy items if they're selling them. So she contacted their agent, and the agent contacted the seller, and the seller said, yes, we are selling some items, and these are the items that we're willing to sell. So they gave a price. So everything that they were selling, it was a desk, table, a dining room table set that's in the basement, some other stuff. Anyway, it all came out to like $175, which that's cheap. And she said, you can Zelle them, your payment and stuff. So I was like, okay. So anyway, the other big stuff, like the couch, the chair, the couch in the basement, he wasn't selling that, which I was hoping that he was, but he didn't. Okay, he wasn't selling it. And the beds, there was 3 beds in the house. A bed in the master bedroom and a bed in the other 2 bedrooms. So he's taking that. But he ain't moved none of his stuff out. Or they or whomever have not moved they have not moved their stuff out of the house. So he said, and that's another thing, he ain't moved his stuff out. And I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, what have you been doing? You knew that. Were you waiting? I'm thinking to myself, was he waiting to see if the deal was gonna go through before he moved everything out? That's a possibility, because sometimes with these loans, you do all of this and you don't get approved, right? And so maybe he was thinking, I'm not gonna move my stuff until I know for sure that this person is moving into this house. But the problem is that he's not really living there. It's like he has another home. And so he had, at one point in time, he was living there. And that was the stuff that he brought there. But he has since moved out and bought a house or moved somewhere else. And he has bought new furniture over there. But he didn't want to sell what was already there. So I said, that's not my problem that he ain't moved his stuff out. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I said, I'm not trying. And I did say, I have not told my landlord that I'm moving yet. I said, now I was going to live out my April rent, but I plan to move at the end of April. My move date is going to be April 27th, which is going to be on a Saturday, because I need to be out of there by May 1st. I'm going to live out that month's rent, my security deposit. So he said, oh, okay. I said, yeah. I said, because I'm not done packing up my apartment either. And I said, I don't have too much more to do. I said, but I'm not done packing up my apartment. And I said, so, I need time myself. And I said, but as far as him keeping his stuff in the house, that ain't gonna fly either. So he said, well, let me call you back, and let me come up with something. So he called me back, and he said that he's gonna hold $3,000 back, hold $3,000 from giving to them for the sale of the house. If that hot water tank is not installed, it's supposed to be installed tomorrow. That was another thing. Once they installed the hot water tank, they ran into another problem, an electrical problem. I'm like, oh my God. They ran into an electrical problem, so they had to call out an electrician because something was wrong with the circuit breaker. So they called the electrician out. Electrician came out. He had to cut through the wall or whatever, and they got that together. So all of that is being done tomorrow, okay? I won't get the keys until Tuesday. So if the hot water tank is not properly installed, I got to call the inspector today to see if he can come out tomorrow to make sure that it's installed correctly, whatever. And so he wants to move his stuff into my garage. And so if it's not gone, it's supposed to be gone and out of there, moved out by the end of the business day on Tuesday, March 26th. If it is not, and I'm supposed to meet him Tuesday, if it is not, then I get the $3,000. And my ex-boyfriend said, he said he ain't gonna move that shit. He said he don't want to be bothered with it. He said if he living somewhere else, he ain't got nowhere to put it. He said, and obviously whoever he trying to sell it to, you know, they don't, who he trying to sell it to people, and maybe people don't want it. I said, well, he could have sold it to me. And then he wouldn't have had nothing, he wouldn't have had to worry about moving nothing out of the house. You know what I'm saying? Whatever I didn't want, like those beds or whatever, I would have just, you know, I would have just left the beds, except for the bed that's in the back room. That bed I would have moved out, because I would have took them 2 twin beds and put them in one room, and I would have took that other bed that's back there, and I would have gave that bed to Chris, because my bed is going back there. You know, I ain't bought a $4,000 bed, and I'm not, so that bed would have had to came out, because I'm taking my bed. So you know, my ex says he ain't gonna move it. I'm like, well, you think he gonna forego $3,000? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, why would he do that? So I don't know, but I was kind of shocked that he hadn't moved anything out. But then he told me yesterday he does not live there. He comes back and forth, but he has already moved, and he's already bought furniture, you know, for this other house. So this car is shaking. Well, it was. I don't know what that's about. So that's the issue. That's the issue that we got right now. The issue that we have right now. So the hot water tank from the agent, the hot water tank is being installed Friday. It's being installed Friday. The electrician is done, and everything should be where everything should be, you know. And so I'll meet him Tuesday to get the keys. And you know, and then I got to change the locks out, you know, because I don't want him, you know, you don't know who got a second, third, fourth set of keys to that house. So I'll call a locksmith and have the locks changed. Then my ADT alarm service people are coming next Tuesday after next, and get that installed. So yeah, so that kind of like, that blew me, that the hot water tank had not been installed, and that he had not moved anything, you know what I'm saying, out of the house. So there you have it. So that's, yeah, so that's so that's what's going on with that. And I was like, I told my lawyer, I said, I've come this far. I said, and if they don't install that hot water tank, I don't want that house. Because I'm not paying no $1,500 for something that y'all had in there that y'all know that. And see, that's why I know he hadn't been living in there, because he didn't even know that was an issue. You know what I'm saying? He didn't even know that was an issue. So, and I really don't want him to put his stuff in my garage either, because if he don't come back and get it, then I got to be the one to throw it out. And I don't want to be bothered with that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. So So I think his plan is he got somebody in mind that want that furniture and those beds. I don't know. Could have just sold them to me. I would have bought everything. You know what I'm saying? The couch is not like, my mother sat on the couch. She was like, it's not a bad couch. And I was like, yeah. I was like, it's a, you know, it would have just been something to sit there until I got my own furniture. You know, it would have just been some furniture in the house. But, you know, since he don't want to sell it to me and you want to sell it to somebody else, then you all need to get it out of there. You know what I'm saying? So you all, I do close on tomorrow. I am very excited. I do my final walkthrough tomorrow at 8:30 in the a.m. I do my final walkthrough. And everything that I'm buying that he's selling to me is supposed to be in the house tomorrow. And then at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, I go and I sign my life away. Literally, you know, because you got to sign 1,001 papers. So yep. So we are here. And I am super, super excited. And I have to admit that I am nervous. I am scared. A little bit. A little bit. I'm scared. You know, it's a big deal, you know, buying a house. Certainly not something that that is a little thing, you know, but I will say that it was not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be to buy a house. I'm glad that I found a house that I really, really like and that I fell in love with. And my agent, my realtor liked it more than I did initially. It's a really nice house. I can't wait to show you all what it looks like. What I think I will do Tuesday, when I go in there Tuesday to get the keys from him, I'm gonna walk through there again and I will videotape. I will do a video showing you all what the house looked like empty. And then once I get in there and I get settled and I decorate and all of that good stuff, I will I'll give you all another tour. So yeah. But it is very exciting to buy a home. I just cannot believe that I did this. I really can't. But I am thankful and grateful to God that He allowed me to, you know, be able to be in a position to buy a house. And I am so looking forward to it. So you all, I will see you all tomorrow. I will vlog tomorrow. I will get on here tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to do a video in the morning or the afternoon or what have you, but I will do a video tomorrow letting you all know what happened. I thank you all for praying for me. Thank you all for all the congratulatory wishes and comments. Thank you all so very, very, very much. I really appreciate you. And that person who asked me to talk about my accomplishments over time, I have not forgot. So I will do that. So you all have a good, blessed day, and I will see you all on tomorrow. God bless you.